Yeah, so it's called "How Did Blizzard Screw Up This Bad?" This one. Hold on, let me switch to reaction. This is Linus Tech Tips, who's under fire for. He's in his own little controversy right now. Linus Tech Tips is tech review channel, and come to find out, he ain't been properly.
What is going on?
He hasn't been properly reviewing his stuff, and like a bunch of former employees exposed him. That's going on. Maybe we'll talk about that later.
Multiple Blizzard games are being added to Steam, starting with Overwatch 2, which sure has nothing to do with its dying player base. Total coincidence. I'm Linus, this is GameLinked, and this is an investor report from Activision Blizzard that admits that player interest is drying up in Overwatch 2, although it stops short of admitting at least one big reason for that: the cancellation of the permanently available story campaign in favor of charging more for seasonal PvE missions. The Overwatch 2 team is banking on those invasive missions, which will arrive August 10th, the same day that Overwatch 2 launches on Steam, to make people hate it less. But this isn't the only warning bell for the future of the game. The Overwatch League could end this season, depending on the outcome of a vote among participating teams. If they vote to terminate, each team will receive a $6 million termination fee from Activision Blizzard for a total of $114 million.
Wow, Blizzard. Wow. You about to charge them $6 million each if they want to pull out of the league? Wow, man. Y'all turning out to be a really shitty ass company.
Which is kind of like one of those press the button to get $1 million, but someone dies situations.
That was easy.
Except instead of a human life, it's an esports league that is struggling to survive harder than an unranked noob who got dropped into a platinum match.
A way easier decision.
Not to mention that Activision Blizzard laid off 50 employees from their esports department with reportedly no warning, according to a now former employee, who also speculates that this is the death knell for the company's esports division. But what are the kids gonna aspire to be when they grow up? Soccer players?
Yeah.
Their legs are gonna get tired.
Some of them have asthma.
Incredibly, Blizzard is weathering even more backlash over Diablo 4's pre-Season 1 patch, which essentially nerfed every build, and then nerfed them more by reducing the damage that you can do with critical strikes, or by making enemies vulnerable.
With insults.
After including critical strike and vulnerable damage as core parts of many abilities, the devs felt that these were
the worst
viewed as
in
hard
ARPG
requirements
history.
by players.
Wow.
They just don't understand why. Why players want to do damage. I mean,
Why do you want to do the things we built?
is Blizzard even aware of the rogue class? Instead of buffing other abilities to make different builds more viable, they just made the existing ones worse. That's like the LA Lakers just breaking LeBron James's legs because he's outshining the other players. No, you need to practice more.
Practice.
No amount of practice is going to make you LeBron James, especially if you're me, though.
Exactly. Practice.
Blizzard also added a level requirement to access the higher world tiers that offer more XP and gold without any mention in the patch notes. You can't do that. Luckily, they reversed this change with a hotfix patch today, but they decided to leave the nerfs in place. There's a campfire chat live stream tomorrow, though, so be sure to tune in if you like platitudes and promises that will be broken, like this one.